Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
All right, hopefully this is gonna work. Testing 1, 2, 3. I think it's working. Yes, it looks like it is a lot better right now. A lot better. Guys, I was a little worried there for a second. Everybody should be jumping in just a second here. Welcome. Let me know you can hear me okay and see me okay, and definitely, hopefully this is a little bit better. I am thinking it looks better so far. Again, welcome to Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. This is the live show. Take two. If you're watching this on the replay, this really is the replay, I think. We had a little bit of a problem there with the audio, and that's why we jumped right to it right now. Okay, good. Everything is looking better and feeling a little bit better as well. Excellent. Buzz7332 donating through Super Chat, jumping in. I think everything is going to be catching up in just a second here. Again, thank you so much. You're going to see everything down below. Oh wow, take two donation. Buzz, you're jumping in there twice. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you. You're watching this from Disneyland right now also, which is so amazing. I cannot wait to get back there. Let me just tell you, it's an amazing thing. But guys, welcome to the live stream. It's definitely glad to be back. I'm glad to be back with you officially on Friday the 13th right now, which is kind of crazy. Kind of blown away by that as well. So I probably should have like a hockey mask or something on for the occasion, but considering I don't have one of those, I guess there goes that. So it is what it is. Critical East Japan's in the house. Thanks so much for jumping on. Wasn't expecting the live this week. Actually, that was last week. I'm still kind of recovering from a little bit of a virus that's going around here right now. Unfortunately, it's a little bit better. My voice is still a little raspy-ish still, but at the same time, I'm going to see how long I can go tonight for the full hour. A little bit of chest pain still. My left side is kind of bothering me. I have an inhaler that I'm on, and I'm also taking a steroid at the moment. So I've got things going on right now. It's been a crazy week, but also amazing content that has come out for you guys as well. Fortunately, a lot of that stuff was kind of shot in advance, with the exception of the last one, which is the Mickey D's The Sweetie Meal, which I shot earlier in the week, and that actually came out yesterday. If you guys enjoyed that, hopefully you did give me a thumbs up here in the chat. That was a lot of fun to put together, and it was a good time there. So we're restarting from the top. Yes, from Tony A. I appreciate that. Thank you. Not sure what happened there initially, but you know, it is what it is. It's live. I'm glad I was able to kind of do this to get it going again here. So I know we've had a lot of people that logged in in the very beginning here, so let me just try and go through the chat. Ben Nguyen, thanks so much for jumping in here as well. Annette Cervantes, Lord Darkside, Buzz7332. Again, thank you so much for your channel donations, guys. I really appreciate that. Which well, I'm all talking about all this stuff for donation stuff. Should you guys wish to do that, the way Buzz has, the way Ed Keaton has previously as well, you'll find all that information down below in the description box to do that. There are multitudes of ways naturally there. So definitely have a look, and again, thank you in advance, as well as it happens, you'll be able to see yourself up over here and down below. We are debuting the new Halloween setup right now because it's technically Halloween season. So I've got obviously the purple lights going here, I've got the orange on the other side. Really digging the way this one looks right now. I really like this, and I think depending upon the shirts that I wear, it's going to kind of keep me, you know, in the forefront so you guys don't get distracted with everything in the background here. So definitely exciting stuff for the holiday. This is my time of the year. Personally, I love it. And I am looking forward to all the fun Halloween goodies that will be out there as well. Larry Nguyen, I'm taking over Peep This Out, so he says. Alex Songharm, thank you so much for jumping on. Tiffany Shields, you guys are all amazing people here. Buzz7332 again. Critical East Japan, thanks so much for jumping on. Paul, I'm telling you, amazing content as always. You guys need to be watching the Burger Crawl and all the fun stuff that they have going on over at Critical. A lot of really great content as well. Let me see here. Have you seen sorry to hear that, man. No worries. It's all about getting back to normal here. So every little bit helps. But let me just tell you, I'm glad the vaccination stuff was done ahead of time because, you know, that's really where it's at right now. Larry Nguyen, any new food review today? Yes, we're going to be doing 2 different reviews. And again, you guys can definitely take a look down below for all the timestamps, for all the content, for the things that I think you'd want to see. Jump right to. I've been doing that for the last month or two now, making it a little bit easier because these are typically for an hour-long stream. There's usually things that I'd like to have you guys jump right to that you don't have to kind of skim through, you know, if you don't want to. I like that you're watching the replays, believe me, but I want to make it a little bit easier for those of you guys looking for specific content at the same time. Drew, drink zero sugar. The Coke goodness. Yes, I'm telling you, I am drinking. This is a little bit of warm water right now because that's kind of what I need at the moment there. But With that Coke Zero Sugar, not really a super fan of the new variation of it yet. It's kind of growing on me a little bit. I got to admit, I've been drinking it on and off just to kind of give it a little bit more of a push, because eventually that's all you're going to be able to get. But I do still like the original second variant that I reviewed at the Pasadena Eastside Bridge here in Pasadena here around the Halloween time. I usually do a lot of fun stuff there. But that version of it I still like. So I'm definitely digging that there. But like I said, the new version's kind of growing on me. I definitely dig the can. So we'll have to see. Let's see here. Paola Catrilla, thank you, is here. Thank you so much for jumping on. Have you heard of the Fairly Odd Parents from Alex Ingham? I have not. No, I have not. I have not. Let me see here. Going down the line. Annette Cervantes, spooky season. Yes, I'm telling you, this is what it's all about. You already know what it is. Have you seen us talking to Alex there? Oh my God, what an interesting coincidence. So I did. Also, my name is Alex too. Actually, I have an interesting. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Sean O'Connell, how frosty are you right now? I got to be honest with you, not very. So you know what I'm going to do? I am actually going to get myself ready. This is what I use when I film my stuff in the car, because as you guys know, it's very, very hot here in Southern Cali. And I got to tell you guys, it is definitely, doesn't feel like it's getting any cooler anytime soon, but this is kind of what I put behind my, pretty much on the dash of my car, facing my, my cameras and stuff as I'm filming myself, to keep that cool, as well as keeping me cool. So I'm doing better with this right now as that Arctic goodness is going into effect. I am really feeling a lot better with that. James Morrison, thank you so much. Shout outs to you. I appreciate the channel donation. Friendly Face Foodie on Friday. Hope you feel better, buddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. There you go, jumping into effect. And then we have down below, you guys will be able to see yourself. We got to add Ed Keaton into that mix there. I'm going to definitely, you guys are all official sponsors of the channel. Whenever I do these replays, you'll find your names down below. And again, thank you for doing what you do. It really means a lot. Like I always say, I'm a one-man show. Everything you're seeing here on the channel is designed, produced, implemented, and maintained by you, by me, myself, and I, for me. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it greatly, greatly, greatly. So guys, just to get into this past week, it's been a lot of content that's been coming out. I mean, naturally with that Coke Zero Sugar, and then I was down for the count for a little while. Kind of rested, kind of tried to get my bearings, kind of get myself going again. To get back into that mode of creating and just editing the content that I had into effect. But right after, shortly from the Coke Zero Sugar, we had the Jack in the Box Spicy Tiny Tacos, which were actually so much fun to check out. I mean, I'm really proud of this past week's content, because considering everything that's been going on, I love the way everything came out. I love the way everything is looking on there, and you guys are definitely digging it performance-wise. It's definitely doing very well, and I'm very happy with that. So that really brought a smile to my face as well. In between, after the Spicy Tiny Tacos, we went right into the Sourdough Star, which was actually pretty decent, I got to admit. Not bad for what that was, except for when I remember, it really wasn't toasted sourdough bread. What is it with fast food restaurants that don't toast their bread right for things like that? What is it about that? Little Caesars cookie dough brownies with M&M minis, which was a blast to check out as well. Different for sure, a packaged goodness from that, but crazy sweet. I had a lot of fun with some effects, with some eye-popping action with that one there. Definitely crazy situations in effect. And then right into the loaded Spicy Tiny Tacos, which you knew I was going to do the loaded variant, right? I mean, a lot of people were like, you did one, how could you not do the other? And then all throughout the week, you guys are hitting me with the Sweetie Meal. The Sweetie Meal. What was so great about the Sweetie Meal? That one actually has been in pre-production for about 3 weeks, to be honest, guys. So what you saw was pretty much, that was a really beast of a review to put together. I had a lot of fun putting that in there. There's a little cameo of Justin in there, quickly mentioned as well, too, from Fast Food Pit Stops. And just a really, really fun, dynamic video, I think, with video, little clips from the commercial I like to integrate with that. That was a lot of fun to check out and a lot of fun to produce. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you guys enjoyed the Sweetie Meal, let me see a burger here in the chat, just so I know that I'm doing the right thing and you guys are digging the content. I always like to get the feedback from you guys here in the lives, because I think it makes sense for me to ask you, because I have you all here, so I really want to get some feedback for sure. Let me see here. E Noel, what's going on, big sis? Thanks so much for jumping on. Thank you. We got some fun stuff to talk about tonight for sure. Little gifts from back east, things like that a little bit later on. We have a lot to do tonight for sure. So I'm gonna keep drinking a little bit here and there. So that way I can keep my throat doing its thing here because it's still kind of scratched, but we'll do what we got to do. Constance Cherry, thanks so much for jumping on. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Randy Molina, go LA Rams, New York Giants, and Denver Broncos. You already know what it is. Ed Keaton, you're the bestie, and glad to see that you're feeling better. Thank you. Every day is something different. I got to be honest with you. Sometimes I feel a little bit up. Sometimes it's still this way. But for the most part, I really, it's just moving along, which is really good. Like I said, I'm glad I have that other stuff in me to kind of help with some things here right now. Alex, can you sing the Camp Lazlo song fast? I can't. I don't even know what that is. What is the Camp Lazlo song? Plus, I don't know if I can even do that right now, to be honest, at the moment. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Okay, we got a bunch of burgers flying into the mix here. I'm glad you guys dug that review. It was a lot of fun to put together. Like I said, the Saweetie meal, a lot of the basic stuff that you've seen from Mickey D's. Put into effect, but done with a little bit of a twist, and just a lot of fun to check out. It was really kind of fun to put together. I really am kind of curious to know what the next meal is going to be. We'll have to see though, because honestly, with every celebrity meal that's come out, my reviews for them have been getting a little bit more involved, a little bit more intricate. Because like I said, I call these high quality foodie features because there's something that I want to give you outside of the review and just the overall presentation of it. So I have a lot of fun with the content creation portion of what it is that I do. And that was a blast to put together. Like I said, it was really fun to do. And a lot of you guys are asking about, doing the drive-through sequences and stuff like that. I always like to save those for when I think it makes the most sense and occasionally pepper it in with my regular content there as well. Alex, have I seen the last episode of Arthur? I have not. I have not, no. Let's see here, going down the line. Freddie Foodie King, what it do, my friend? Thanks so much for jumping on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good to see you. As always, Freddie Foodie King, another awesome member of the foodie community, and you guys should know that already by now, I'm sure. Definitely in good company with all of the amazing peeps in the community. Let's see here. Maureen says she's going to try out the Saweetie meal. It's good to try, like I said, at least once for what you're going to do, do with it, naturally, because of the customization of it. But it's something that you've probably done already, but just officially. But I got to be honest, I have them right over here. I love the sauces with these right now. Let me see if I can try and get that to focus. My lighting right here always plays with me. But as you guys can see, it's the sweetie and sour sauce. These are pretty collectible. I'm really digging these. I have a couple of these left over from when I shot that video. I asked for a little bit extra in the drive-thru, so I still have these over here, which I recently redid a lot of the shelving up above me here. You probably don't even notice some of the things that are there. There's a lot of Masters of the Universe stuff up there. Just a ton of stuff. Let's see here. James Morrison, what's the best version of Halloween to own on Blu-ray? You know what? I think, I want to say maybe the 40th anniversary edition. It's the one with the white cover. I have a few different versions of it, but any version on Blu-ray as long as it's clear. I mean, honestly, that's really the best. You can't go wrong with any of those, to be honest there. Aaron Trujillo, how are you, buddy? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Thanks so much for jumping on. Doing a little bit better as we go, and things are just moving along as we go. You already know. So great to have you guys all here. We're going to get into the first review in another minute. And then, guys, it's already 8:20, but considering what happened earlier, I'll see if I can hang for a little bit after the fact in there as well. Yes, I did notice that, James, they are doing the 4K versions of Halloween. But how deep do you want those blacks? That's all I have to say, because that's the main thing with Blu-ray. Once you get above 4K, everything is like pitch dark blackness, which is beautiful. Especially for a movie like that. But I can't see it getting any better than that for some reason, unless they do like a 3D version or something like that down the road, which would be pretty crazy to see at the same time. Kyle Broussard, has anyone seen Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends? I haven't, but if anyone here in the chat can do that and let him know, that would be good. Larry Nguyen, do you have the McDonald's app? Yes, that's the most used app on my phone. I'm pretty much there almost every other day getting an iced coffee for 99 cents in that app. That's pretty much my vice right now, which, just so you guys know, Pumpkin is back at Dunkin' yet again, a little bit earlier over here on the West Coast. You guys may actually have it available by you as well. Today was my very first pumpkin mocha, my all-time favorite drink. Definitely a blast. I am so loving the fact that it's going to be pumpkin all the way through until like January from this point. So I'm excited about that. And shortly after, so right when I walked in today and I ordered my cold brew with my regular mocha, my dude behind the counter is like, yo, Ian, you want some pumpkin? And I was like, do I want pumpkin? My eyes literally bugged out like they did in most of my most recent videos. I'm like, absolutely. Please hit me up 50-50 with that in there. So that's a lovely situation. A lovely situation. Shout outs to all the peeps at my local Dunkin' here in Pasadena. You guys rock. Absolutely. All right, let's see here. Chris Girmonte, Big Mac last night for dinner. Always forget about how good that classic burger is. I wish it was as big as they claim that it is, to be honest. And I think I mentioned that in my Sweetie review. But yes, it's timeless flavor. It's already timeless flavor. You already know what it is. All right, you guys ready for the first review? I think it is time we get into this here. We're about 24 minutes past the hour after a little bit of a hiccup from the first video there. I'm glad we get this thing going over here right now. Give me a pumpkin. Let's get the Halloween season started over here. Give me a pumpkin here in the chat. Give me the emoji if we are ready for the first review. Ben Nguyen, does everyone know new Pringle collab? Moa Burger flavor. Yes, that's from the Halo. That's in there. That's been out for a little bit now. Tiffany Shields, what do you think about Halloween director rebooting The Exorcist? I'm excited about that, considering it's actually a direct sequel to the original one. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. We got plenty of pumpkins in the house right now. Mr. Jimmy, mi familia. Great to have you on here, my friend. Homie hugs to you and the kids, and also to everybody here in the chat. As always, you all know my love and support for you guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If I can acknowledge every single one of you on a daily basis here, believe me, I would. It's very hard to do with so many things in the chat, but you guys all know my heart's in the right place. I'm so appreciative. You guys are awesome. So with that said, it's time to jump into the first review before my voice gets even raspier than it's already feeling right now. Guys, let's just get into this. I really want to try these. I've had these for the last couple of weeks. This was planned for the stream for last week. But I am very excited to see what they're going to do with this here. How they could not have done something like this in the past, I don't know, considering they own the rights to a lot of these things here. But feast your eyes on the wavy Funyuns flavored Lay's limited time flavor. I got to admit, I am most excited about a lot of these particular flavors myself right now. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about this, I think this color scheme in the back is going to work better for my focusing, because it seems to be more like dead on with this right now. So I think we're going to have some pretty good luck with this throughout the season, guys. And it looks like Annette says she knew it. Freddy Foodie King is giving me the pumpkin with the thumbs up. Funyuns, yes. Very curious, because it's been a minute since I've had Funyuns right here for wavy Lay's. And I'm anxious to try this because naturally I think they're trying to simulate closer to the onions because of the waviness factor. So they're trying to give you the thickness of what those Funyuns are instead of a thin chip. So let's just break these in. And Shardar Gupta, I hope I'm saying that correctly, says the Cheetos Funyuns. I couldn't find those. I've been looking for those since I've had these for the last couple of weeks now, and I cannot find the Cheetos variant over here for some reason. It may be just kind of limited or more harder to find. Believe me, I'm going to try for you guys. So I'll let you guys take a look first. Looks very nondescript, and again, we got a boo-boo situation here, guys. Look at the 3/4 of the bag empty. Wackadelic. Totally wackadelic here right now. Really wackadelic. I'm a little upset about this, but oh, it's Funyuns. That's Funyuns dusting by far. This is going to be a very nondescript chip. Let me put this down. As you guys can see, wavy chip action. There's really nothing crazy about this. Nothing is standing out, but it smells like onions. It smells like onions. Drew ordered on Target.com. Okay, I'm going to have to take a look at that afterwards because I cannot find these in the stores, Drew, anywhere. Walgreens actually is where I found these, along with another version, another flavor that we may see tonight. But I have yet to see the Cheetos. But let's just give this a shot. Funyuns on their own are pretty bomb, and Ed Keaton, I think, agrees here. Ed Funyuns are great. Let's give this a shot. Banging. Wow. Onion flavored rings on a chip. Oh yeah, that works. How could it not? It's got a little bit of a different mouthfeel because Funyuns, as you guys know, a little bit more of an airy chip, airy onion ring style, so to speak. It gives you kind of like that spongy type of crunch when you get into it. So this is obviously not that because it's just straight chips themselves, but the wavy action does kind of simulate a little bit of the denseness of a standard Funyun. So I don't mind this at all. This actually is not bad. I can so see putting this on like a sandwich. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow, to be honest. These are good. These are really good. And it's almost like a smoky type of oniony flavor at the very end. Almost like a the oiliness of the caramelized onion type flavor with that. I'm liking this, guys. I am liking this. This is a very, very solid flavor of chip, and I'm really liking the flavor. It really does simulate it nicely. Okay, one more, because you guys can probably tell I'm kind of hungry tonight. Dinner definitely after this right now with the wifey for sure, but this will hold me for a little bit here. Really liking the dusting. It's very even. The saltiness of the regular wavy Lay's is pretty good. And then you have the saltiness and the smokiness and the caramelized type flavor of the onion of this. This is really very well done. I am very impressed with the quality of this. It's really very well done. 9 out of 10 by far. By far. Absolutely on this. Now what's this on the back? Let's see. Who said you needed rings to have fun, according to what they're saying here? Get the flavor of Funyun rings now on Lay's wavy potato chips. Try all 3 for a limited time. So obviously they have the others that are right here. We have the Cheetos, we have the Doritos, and then we have the Funyuns in there as well. Pretty nice. You already know what's coming next, and not too far from the distant future right now. So we'll get into that flavor a little bit later. But guys, pretty tasty. All right, one more, and that's it. Poppy Eats. I just ate like half a bag of those and dipped them in pimento cheese. Man, that sounds bad already. Wow. Really good. These are really good. I'm going to have to get probably maybe a bag or 2 more of these while this is available right now, because it is very, very well done. And I think the wavy action of the chip really adds to this, because texturally it gives you the essence of what that Funyun would be, because Funyuns are kind of like I said, that spongy crunchiness. It's like biting into like styrofoamy, like almost like a Cheeto. It's kind of like, it's probably the best described as like a Cheeto. It's that type of airiness when you bite into them. And then you have that, man, I'm losing my throat here. You have the flavor of the onions that come up on the back end strong. So this actually is very well done for that, guys. And I think they did the right thing by choosing a wavy potato chip by far. So absolutely a lovely situation on these from Lay's Wavy Funyuns. Onion flavored Lay's chips. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. All right. Let me just clean this real quick. Get my fingers going. All right. Let's jump back into the chat over here. All right. So we got Poppy Eats in effect. Let's see. Ed Keaton. Larry Nguyen. Oh, Critically Japan, better than eating Funyuns? No, but eating regular Funyuns are always going to be better than anything that's like the essence of that on something else, I think. These are really good, though. I got to be honest, though, Paul. They're really very well put together. Very well put together. Larry Nguyen, where did you buy those chips? For me, it was Walgreens. Where I get my chips, the bag is full. I think it may depend upon the lot that they produce them in, because every bag of chips lately that I've gotten, literally 3/4 of it is air. I mean, it really is a no bueno situation. You already know. Let's see here. Takis are disgusting, says Annette Cervantes. Way too salty for my taste. Depends upon the Taki. Actually, you know, they actually have some really good ones. I reviewed a few in the past. I think the ones that I didn't like the most, there was a blue variant. I remember, I think I did on stream a while back. Not really my thing. Not really my thing. Tony A, I see you didn't lose your taste buds when you got sick. Yes, thankfully for that, I didn't lose any tasting or smelling. Everything definitely avoided that, and I think being vaccinated had something to do with that, which I'm very happy about. Let's see. Poppy was under my calories today, and I broke out the Funyun Lay's. It's very nice, very nice. That's awesome. That is awesome. Like I said, I couldn't find the Cheetos one, and I went to Target a few times, actually after quarantining for like about a week. But then actually they didn't have it. They had just simply the Funyuns and the other variation that you're going to see here in the not too distant future as well. So I really enjoyed those. I really enjoyed checking those out. I mean, like I said, I've had them for a couple of weeks. I just wanted to make sure that I was really ready to, you know, to do this for you. I wanted to actually kind of have this in full. Naturally, last Friday it wasn't going to happen. But I'll try and find the Cheetos and definitely get that squared away, because I really want to try those. I'm very curious about that. I mean, I can't imagine it being bad on regular chips just dusted with Cheeto. Get my fingers all Cheetled out with the dusting there. It's just going to be a flatter version of what we're used to from Cheetos, right? So We'll have to see. Alex, can you do a Krispy Kreme video? You know what? I do not have one that's a super close to me anymore that I used to, actually, and I've done a few things in the past. So if I happen to be around the area, because I do drive with filming equipment, I do have stuff that I can actually record if I see. That's usually when you see stuff like that at the same time. But I know they've got the s'more stuff that's out. They've had the carnival stuff previous to that as well. Nothing that's really making me go, oh my God, I got to give this a shot. To check that out there, because I'm always balancing my normal diet routine with other stuff. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm not totally against it, of course, because I've done some reviews in the past. So something to look forward to for sure. Absolutely. And stick around towards the end of this video, because we're going to be checking out something I think as a little something you're going to help me choose for me tonight, actually, to try. This should be a lot of fun too. So just to kind of tease it a little further for you. At the same time. Lord Darkside, I'm hungry, but I don't want to get up. You can order from your phone direct. You can do all those things directly. Maureen Descatado, thanks so much for jumping on. I would love to try those chips out. Thank you for all the reviews I've seen in Walmarts and Target. Thank you. I appreciate that. Maureen, I think you may have mentioned too, I saw a notification on my phone about the breakfast tacos at Del Taco. I think that was you. If that was you, give me a thumbs up here in the chat. I think it was. The name looks extremely familiar from that, but I actually did those way back, actually right as they were being unveiled. So naturally, that's my Del Taco. My last Del Taco review was the double cheese breakfast tacos, all of them. So you'll see that in one review right there. So definitely check that out for sure. Max, my sister's birthday is coming up. Nice. My niece's birthday is coming up on the 25th, actually. 26 years old. Man, I am feeling old tonight. Old. Alex, have you had any soft-baked Chips Ahoy cookies? I have not lately, no. I do like those, though. I do like those. Armando, what Targets do you go to? Well, the ones in Pasadena for sure. There's Alhambra, Duarte, Monrovia, everywhere in between for sure. Which, speaking of which, I might as well just get into right now to give you another look at another new addition to the Masters of the Universe Origins line. This one here is a ridiculous box. Take a look at this. Battlefield Warriors. This is something here that I've been kind of following. Mr. Jimmy Mi Familia, we were on the hunt looking for this. He was trying to help me out to find it as well. Crazy awesome artwork on this. Absolutely totally dig this. Let me swing around the side over here. I'm just such a sucker for these things here, but the main draw with this one is obviously we've got scratches and blood, and looks like Battle Cat has been through a little bit of a heated battle, and He-Man with his battle armor, this one is chromed out. He's actually got some blood on his thigh, a little blood on his face actually. There's a couple of gargoyles on the side right there, and it has a base stand that if you actually have the Castle Grayskull variation, you can actually attach it, which is kind of cool. So this thing is just really awesome. It's a whole collector set of goodies. So let me just show you how this looks over here. The artwork is so amazing on these. Mattel blows it out every single time. This just looks amazing right here. I'll let you take a look and you can read that there. But take a look, and they actually have the new Duplicat, or Copycat as I'd like to call, with Faker on there as well, and all the other characters that'll be making an appearance here very soon. But really awesome in terms of how this looks. And there is the, I'm trying to get this in the frame for you guys. My ring light is glaring it up. But as you can see, Castle Grayskull totally was into this when I was a kid. And it seems like I'm reliving my childhood. All the new characters coming out right there. Webstore, Stinkor, and the Green Goddess. And the rest are in there. And this one shows you how everything works. And all the new stuff that you can add to it there. It's just really cool. And this actually is going to go right behind me on top of the shelf right there. But totally cool Battlefield Warrior for this. So trying to give you a roundabout shot right in here as well. But very cool. Again, I always love showing you these things as I get them, because they're just so much fun to show you guys, and I have so much fun, you know, checking these things out naturally as I'm adding to the very back. So where it actually goes is right up over on the very top right there. It's being blocked by a Peeps box and a Sour Patch Kids box. That's where that box is going to be going as well. So good times with that. Good times indeed. Yes, Drifter Nomad, I did collect Garbage Pail Kids of the first 12 or 13 series I actually have of all of them in a baseball card binder that's packed away somewhere. But I do have a lot of that stuff when I was a kid, absolutely. That was a huge thing back in the 80s, Garbage Pail Kids as well. Randy Molina, try the new Mountain Dew Baja Punch and Baja Flesh. Cool, I haven't tried those just yet. There's a lot of new variations of Mountain Dew that are coming back, actually. I saw the one that was on from Speedway stores, I think, is like some type of Speed Bullet or one of these things that are only available in certain parts of the country for that. Maureen, yes, it was me that messaged you about the breakfast tacos at Del Taco. Cool. Hopefully you watched that. That was a lot of fun to record that for sure. Larry Nguyen, a grown man toy hunting. His name is EK. There you go. That's awesome. CVS is where you found them at. I'm assuming that's the Cheetos variant because I went to CVS and I didn't see that there. Armando, have I tried the new tenderloin steak sandwich from The Habit? Yes, I actually sent that over to Chew Boom actually, and I saw that he posted an article on that there. I haven't tried it yet. I was actually there to get a charburger with the wifey, and we saw that, and I was like, "Ooh, look at that! Let me take a picture of this real fast." And I may swing on back to give that a go. I haven't tried it yet though, but it looks pretty tasty. Ed Keaton, what's everyone's obsession with He-Man lately? You know what? I think it's just the resurgence of the brand. Because of the Origins line and naturally all the hype with the Netflix series, which is getting a love-hate type of reception. But at the same time, it's always been just an awesome action figure line that I think is a pretty timeless thing. So I'm a huge fan since the beginning. Alex, do you have any Carl's Jr. Hardys near your area? Yes, absolutely. I've got a whole bunch of Carl's Jr. reviews, including that Sourdough Star, which is new. Haven't gotten She-Ra just yet, Scott. I'm going to have to order that. Its prices are starting to creep up on a lot of these action figures, and they're almost twice what they normally should be, which is $14.99. Even that's kind of high. They're not really for kids anymore. I don't know kids who can buy those. They're more for adult collectors, I think. Annette, did I go or I will go to the OC Fair? I don't know, to be honest. Things are a little crazy right now with that. I know that a lot of stuff is open, but things are still kind of like crazy. So I'd like to eventually get there, but I know that when it's much closer up this way with the LA County Fair, that would be preferred personally, only because it's closer. But we'll have to see if time permits, and if we have the opportunity to. I'm going to definitely take a look and see if it'd be cool to have some of that content here on the channel, if anything. Dom, I can't ever seem to find the new Kit Kat flavored fruity cereal. Yes, I haven't seen that in my area yet either, my friend. Same exact thing. Poppy, Mountain Dew Spark at Speedway, raspberry lemonade flavor. Okay. Yes, it's only specifically at those locations for sure. And yes, Armando, Panda Express has the new almond chicken. That actually test marketed here, I want to say 4 months ago, I saw that. And I actually went to try and review that. And when I got to the location where it was supposedly done, which is actually close to their corporate headquarters. For those of you guys who don't know, Panda Express, their corporate headquarters is located here in Rosemead, California. That location right next to their corporate headquarters is where they were doing it. When I got there, they said they had just finished that testing for that there, and that was they still had it in the app. So I tried to get that review done 4 months ago, and then lo and behold, here it is now officially out nationwide. So I'll see about trying to give that a shot if possible. I don't have that on the schedule just yet because of a few other things this coming week, but I'll see if I can try and make that a reality based upon what I have going there. But it would be nice to kind of check it out just to kind of see. Let's see. Going down the line. Let's see. Poppy says Speedway, very cool. Dom found them at Rite Aid. Have I heard of Tough Puppy? I have not heard of that, Alex. Let's see here. Drifter, try Ralph's prime rib horseradish chips for the next review. Oh, cool. That actually sounds interesting. I think I've done a cheeseburger chip at one point too. I've done some stuff where it's like different types of like meat flavored. It's more like a smoky beefy type of thing, but they call it like, you know, prime rib. Van, see, first time here. Love your food reviews. Keep up the great content. Thank you, Van. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the kind words. It means a lot. It means a great deal. I'm glad you're digging the content there. Larry Nguyen, do I collect any pop heads or bobbleheads or any of those Funko Pops? No, I don't. Not really, except for the ones that you may see kind of like sporadically. There's a few, I want to say, trying to go backwards where I'm at over here. I think they're kind of hidden by the lighting slightly. I think up in the shadow area there. I have a few miscellaneous ones. And actually from Mi Familia, I have some Star Wars ones as well too. But on my own, I think the only ones that I bought are the KFC versions of the Pops, which are actually right there. That's Colonel Sanders over here, and then he's also over there as well because I bought 2 of them at the time. But not normally, not normally. Michael Domer, what a dooming. See, the new Kit Kat tastes like drinking a bowl of Fruit Loops milk. I have no doubt. I have no doubt that's what it's like. Considering what it is, and it's like that white milky chocolate anyway, I can kind of see how that goes. Oh, let's see. Frank, come to Minnesota State Fair. Lots of lovely situations. I bet, absolutely. I bet there's always fun stuff to check out when you're over at the county fairs for sure. Armando, Jaybird's Chicken. I think they're actually in the Santa Anita Fashion Park, if I'm not mistaken, right, Armando? I think that's I think I saw them there on the upper floor. Maybe like a food truck type of thing where they have like, a pop-up on the inside, but it looks like it was one of the main restaurants up by the ramen spots, like closer to the second level, if you're familiar on the inside over there. All right, round 2 with these chips, guys. Let's just roll right into it here. If you guys are ready for this one, let me see. Let's see. Give me a snowflake. Give me a snowflake here in the chat. Let me see how many people can jump to quickly put that emoji in there. See what this is going to be, because I think process of elimination, Drew's going to try and say that he guessed what it was, but I think everybody knows what this one is going to be for sure. Alex, Burger King's chicken nuggets to me are really, really simple. They are. Annette, there we go with it, and you already know what it is because Drew is jumping right to it also. We have the Doritos Cool Ranch flavored chips. And this one is cool. That's why, hence the snowflake. But as you can see here, this is going to be just the standard version of their chip. And honestly, I'm a little on the fence with this one because the main thing with Doritos is they do have a little bit of thickness to them. And then with the Cool Ranch flavor adding to that, I think it's going to be more full featured. But on a thin chip, that is the question with this right now. So very curious to see how this is going to go. And again, cool marketing, cool pictures. You have to see what it is, RDR Food Reviews, what it do, brother? Thanks so much for jumping on. Michael Domer says these are so good. We'll have to see. Like I said, the packaging I like, but I'm a little on the fence with the type of chip they're using. I think they should do the wavy chips for like all of these things, because with the powder and everything on them, you think it would be a little bit thicker or closer to like the density or thickness of the original. Wow, I don't smell any Cool Ranch in that. It looks like it's seasoned. I smell mostly just potato chips. As soon as I don't get the Cool Ranch flavor on this. At least the aroma, anyway. It just feels like heavily fried potato chips, but definitely seasoned heavy. I mean, Cool Ranch, definitely, these are really seasoned up. You can see it's got the same green-red specks, that are in there. So let's just give this a shot, guys. The Doritos variant Cool Ranch flavor chips. And according to this, ever wondered what Doritos Cool Ranch flavor would taste like on Lay's chips? Well, saddle up, because Lay's put this iconic Doritos flavor on these iconic potato chips themselves. Let's give this a shot. Wow. That works. Hang on. It's almost like these chips disintegrate in your mouth right when they hit the moisture. And that flavor is pretty banging on this. Man. Very nicely done on this too. Crazy. Larry, do I think the habit can put In-N-Out out of business? No. Never, never, never. Critical, yes. The wavy chips seem like a better idea because of the thickness, because Doritos have a thickness anyway. They're a thicker tortilla chip. But Paul, this works pretty well. This works pretty well. I mean, the chips kind of disintegrate into your mouth right there a little bit, but the seasoning is very well put together on this as it begins to try and focus in. Sammy, super chat donation. Thanks so much, brother. I appreciate you. Uh-oh, new Wendy's sandwich alert. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. Sammy, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. This works. I got to admit, these really work. I'm surprised. I guess they know what they're doing when it comes to this type of thing and what flavor would work best. I think the onions are actually the Funyuns simulates that pretty nicely because of the thickness of the wavy chip. I thought it would kind of be something similar to this, but a little bit less because of how thin these chips are. But the flavor of the potato chip itself, I think is what's lending to that, because the overall essence of the Lay's chip is there with Cool Ranch on top of it. Pretty nice. If I can make one observation other though, the flavor is not ultra strong in the Cool Ranch. I mean, it's a little muted compared to the regular Doritos, but guys, the flavor is there. I mean, it works extremely well. It really does. Absolutely. All right, one more with this, we'll rate it. And then a couple more minutes, and then we've got something else coming up at the very end here for you. Really, really nice on this. This particular one, I'm going to do 8.5. 8.5 on this. Only because the flavors, as I'm eating these, it's a little inconsistent in terms of how much you're actually getting on the chip. The wavy Funyuns all across the board. The thickness was there. The flavor was there. This is a little bit lighter. It's very good, though. So, guys, very, very nice quality with these in particular right now. So, personally for me, you can't go wrong with either of these. I really think that the quality of what you're going to get simulates what it's trying to emulate here. And obviously, in this case, with the Doritos Cool Ranch, definitely nicely done. And the onion flavor, pretty nicely done on this as well. I really, really enjoyed, I think, this one a little bit more. But again, I love onions, so I mean, naturally, that's what that is. But very, very tasty. Very, very tasty on both of those. So good times. Definitely good times with that. Oh, man. Let's see here. Sammy. Cheddar Jumper. It's going to 3-piece a bit. Wow. I have no doubt. Wendy's, that's a crazy ingredients list. I have no doubt. No doubt on that for sure. It's been a minute since we've had actually something new, like truly new from them. So it's going to be nice to kind of see that there. I guess they're more like bi-quarterly, you know, or bi-quarters, or every other quarter, we should say that there's something new in there. But very, very nicely done on that. Very cool. Sammy, thank you so much. Thank you so much again for the donation to the channel. Which do I think has the most flavor? I'm going to say that onion one still. Even though Cool Ranch has got a pretty nice flavor, it's muted compared to the onion flavor on the wavy. So I still think personally that's the thing. I really got to get the Cheetos variant now, because I'm very curious to see how the Cheetos is going to be with that. So we'll have to see. My pick is on the Funyuns. That's the one I'm probably going to get again. And once I do the Doritos ones, I don't think I'm going to get that one again. I like it though. It's good. But definitely we'll have to wait for that for sure. Mr. Jimmy, Pomona's supposed to have a small fair next month if you want to go. I mean, cool, definitely. Definitely. I know that they're going to be doing some stuff. They're going to be moving out in terms of a different point of the year, Jimmy, as well. So we have to see what's up. RDR, awesome review. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that. For the live stuff, anyway. I appreciate that. RDR is pumping it out as well. You guys need to be jumping on over, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Fast Food Pit Stops also. Again, I had a lot of fun putting Justin into my video. Just a brief little snippet of the thumbnail, and also to mention because of the Big Bite situation in there as well. Another awesome food reviewer in the community. And I appreciate you guys reaching out directly. You guys are awesome. You guys are really, really awesome. Thank you for that. So another couple of minutes here, guys, and there's something you're going to need to help me with here, because I'm going to be on for a few minutes after the hour, considering a little snafu in the beginning. And for those of you who are watching this a little bit later into the stream, the audio sync for some reason was really kind of crazy when we got started. I don't know what happened there, but I was noticing it almost right away as well. So I had to stop the stream and start it up again. So shout outs to all the super chatters who have put in those channel donations as well. You guys are definitely down below in the description. Ed Keaton in there as well too, from earlier. Bus, Sammy, everyone that's been throughout this time, and anyone who may have done anything on PayPal, which I won't know till after the fact. I'll be able to check that, and you guys are, of course, going to be in there for sure. Shout outs to you as well, RDR. Much love, OG. You already know what it is. Guys are awesome. Mr. Jimmy, it's going to be May starting next year. Okay, cool. Yeah, I saw that it was going to be, they were changing it, I guess, because they wanted to go for, I want to say, Father's Day, summertime, you know, when people graduate school. I think they wanted to kind of have it around that time to push it up a bit. So we'll have to see. Alex, haven't seen the new Space Jam movie. I have no desire to watch that. As far as I'm concerned, the Michael Jordan one is the only one. I'm not going to watch the LeBron version. Nothing against LeBron James. That's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. Lord Darkside, that's a good question. Not sure what's for dinner tonight. We'll have to see what's going to happen here with the wifey after. Although I got to be honest, though, I'm kind of feeling a donut, to be honest. Even though it may just have a little snacky stuff there as well. So we'll have to see. Yes, they want it sooner with more daylight. Yes, I think that makes the most sense. Absolutely. Armando, pandemic is canceled 2020 and 2021. Yeah, this is the year for trying to baby step back to normal. That's kind of the main thing. It's baby stepping back to normal in there as well. And that donut run, I think I may have to. I think I may have to tonight. We'll have to see. RDR, super chatting donation. Man, I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep rocking those awesome reviews. 100, man. Thank you, man. You keep doing the do as well, man. I'm telling you, all the positivity that you bring to the community and all the other peeps that are in the community that are rocking it out, you are definitely seriously making a difference to a lot of people, man. I'm telling you, it makes the world a difference. That content is fun, positive, proactive, and it's genuinely you. That's the thing. And Mr. Jimmy, yes, I am hinting at possibility. Possibilities, you already know. Let's see. All right. Another couple of minutes here, and we're going to have, I need your assistance with something here because you guys are going to be familiar with what you're about to see here as well. We'll have to see. Sammy, Ian, you changed my life. Happy anniversary. Sammy, man, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm glad that I can do a little something for you to bring you a little bit of, you know, something to take you out of your current zone of what you may be going through. That's the whole point of me doing what I do here on my channel. I have so much fun creating, but at the same time, we'll have to see. Yes, E. Noel, Tiger Tails. That sounds like a possibility. It really does right now. It really does. We'll have to see. Good night to Drew and the cats from Maureen Descatato. Good times, good times. All right, you guys ready for a little bit of sugary fun here? Because I need some assistance. I have literally, what is this? 1, 2, 3. I have 4 different things to show you guys. And this is actually something that my sister and her sister as well, Kim from back east over in Maryland. Shout outs to you guys. If you guys are watching here right now, homie hugs to you. Very congratulations and a very happy time for the newest addition to your family. Thank you so much for sending these products along your way, all the way out from Maryland with my sister back, by the way. So for those of you who don't know, or if you don't remember, I may have mentioned early on in the fact that I'm originally from back east. I grew up mostly out in California from age 13 on, 1986. But prior to that, I lived in New York. I lived back east in Queens, actually, with my sister, with my mom, my dad. And we had a mainstay product, a few different things, actually, from a company called Drake's. So you guys may know Drake's Cakes. They make a lot of different products. And one of the main ones is Devil Dogs, which we don't have here on the West Coast. If you guys actually love Devil Dogs, let me see a devil emoji here in the chat, because I want to see if you guys are down with the Devil Dogs. So we've got Devil Dogs. This I haven't had in a very long time. Funny Bones. Take a look at this action here. And again, it's got that standard Drake's mascot with that duck in there also. These are things I haven't had in a very long time. Lesser has got the demon face in there as well. So we got Funny Bones. Basically, I should probably tell you what these are as I'm doing these here. Devil Dogs are basically, what is this here? Cream-filled devil food cakes. So it's basically devil's food, and then they have cream on the inside. We got plenty of devils in here. We didn't get those over in Rochester from Poppy Eats. Very cool. We don't have these at all, period, here on the West Coast. So these actually are technically imported from the East Coast, from where I used to be, I guess further on out that way. But obviously in Maryland is where they have them. So again, shout outs to Kim. I appreciate you. Thank you. Frosted peanut butter filled devil's food cakes on this one, which is pretty crazy for this right here. Tiffany Shields, when you live in Queens, did you ever get a hair t-shirt? My t-shirt? No, I did not actually. All right, and take a look at coffee cakes. This is kind of like, you know, it is what it is. We got cakes with cinnamon and a streusel topping, 8 of them on the inside here. And so this is kind of like something that you can get, you know, pretty much on Hostess. I mean, this is literally like the Hostess of the East Coast, where Hostess is more like the national brand where you can pretty much get them anywhere. Drake's is pretty much unique to themselves with their own style, their own type of, I guess their own dessert flair, so to speak. And then obviously this one, which, yeah, let me take a look. This box is a little crushed here currently. Ring Dings, which is pretty crazy. So basically what that is frosted cream-filled devil's food cakes. Now, if you notice in the theme here, Drake's, they love devil's food. That's like 3/4 of their stuff since 1896. So these have a new look. These, I remember they used to be in like a tinfoil type of situation on the inside. And I don't think these actually have, actually, yeah, no, these are all in plastic or plastic wrap. Yeah, so it's not quite the same like that. You know, it's something about having these actually wrapped up, almost like ding dongs. You're going to have them from Hostess. These are kind of like it's a pseudo off brand, so to speak, of Hostess. So ring dings are like ding dongs, so to speak, but they're not wrapped in tinfoil, and that's kind of a boo-boo situation. So out of all 4 of these, between the coffee cake, the ring dings, the funny bones, and the devil dogs, I'm actually going to put this up so you guys can kind of see the names of these, as my voice is beginning to go towards the end. I'm gonna let you decide which one you want to see out of these. So between the coffee cakes, the ring dings, the devil dogs, and the funny bones, which one do you think I should go with here? Funny bones, devil dogs, coffee cakes, ring dings. And whatever I see the most of, I will give a shot to try. One of these I'll probably try off camera, because actually, well, I will try probably all of these eventually off camera, but we'll have to give them a try. So, ring dings, devil dogs, coffee cakes, funny bones. Which one are we going to be seeing here mostly? All right, I'm seeing a lot of them. My sister's saying take a bite of each. No. I can't do that right now. I can't do that right now. Let's see. I may maybe save that for a different stream. Whatever ones we don't do, we'll maybe save them. That's in there as well. RDR is giving me the ring ding. Ben, we got the funny bones. Funny bones. You know what? Let me just keep these over here so I can write this down. So, ring, coffee, funny, devil. All right, so let me just see what we've got over here. Randy, all right, we got ring, we got devil, we got my sister saying one of each. Funny bones from Tony. Tony, ring. I'll do this for like another 30 seconds. Funny. A lot of funnies here. Rob, how you doing, my friend? Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Devil. Let's see. You did the devil dogs in the live stream before. Yes, that's true. That's true, actually, Drew. I did do that in the past. So that's one of the reasons I'm probably not going to be doing that one, considering it's not getting very many votes anyway. But yes, I remember that from back in the day. That's right. Funny. Wow, we got a lot of funny going on here right now. Devil. Ring. Ring. Rob, are you feeling better? Definitely getting better. I'm still dealing with a little stuff, but I'm definitely feeling better for sure. Claw and Go, doing all right. Doing all right. Funny, funny, funny. Yeah, look, all right. It looks like it's going to be the funny bones. All right, funny bones it is. So if you guys are okay with funny bones, let me see a peanut in the chat. Hopefully I'm going to get a lot of peanuts here right now. Because I want to make sure that this is, obviously a lot of you guys want to see the funny bones. So, and honestly, I haven't had this in like a minute. So this is going to be all new for me right now. So the Drake's funny bones in here right now. So let me pull one of these out. And again, shout outs to Kim. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. To my sister. Wow, these actually come in 2 packs. All right, we got the peanuts coming in. The Peanuts gang. You guys are the Peanuts gang right now. Okay, funny bones. Take a look. With Drake's in action right there. Funny bones. Looking very cool. Now, I don't remember them being this small. I remember them being a little bit longer and individually kind of wrapped as well. But these come in the 2 packs that are here. So let's give this a shot. My sister's boo, I want them back. Too much, too much. All right, let me open this up and we'll give this a try. I'm killing whatever dinner I'm going to be having here right now. So let me just put this up to protect my stuff. Claw and Go, I'm doing okay tonight, my friend. Doing okay. Glad to be on here with you guys. All right. Wow, these are already kind of melting somewhat. It could be because it's kind of warm in here at the same time, but I'm gonna try and give this a shot to you. Take a look. Coated on the outside and on the bottom, the devil's food action. Let's give this a shot. Here we go. Funny Bones. Come on. I love peanut butter. And this is already a very sexy situation. Take a look at that on the inside. It's a fairly decent amount. Coated very nicely. My fingers are already getting lit up. Super moist devil's food. Man, Funny Bones action. Why they don't have this out in the West Coast, I don't know. That's really moist and tasty. Wow. Ben Nguyen, too sweet? Nope. It's elevated, but wow. Just like peanut butter, it sticks all around. Wow. Very tasty. Very, very tasty on that. Let's just kill this last piece. Man. Banging. Rob, I need those. Peanut butter filled? Yes, you do. Man. Frosted peanut butter cream filled devil's food. That is ridiculous. Now I'm kind of in the donut mood. Wow. Solid. I'm going to say 8.5 on that. 8.5. The only thing that kind of cuts it just a little bit, the chocolate on the outside, or that type of mixture that's, it's obviously it's more peanut butter. It's a little flavorless, but it's more on the inside that's more flavor. And I really like that because I'm a huge fan of peanut butter in general. But wow, that is a little taste of my blasted past from back east. A taste from a blast from the past, I should say. Funny Bone action. A little bit of a bonus review for you guys. But love the new packaging. It looks cool. Freshness guaranteed, absolutely. Really nicely done. Just so you guys know, 2 cakes, 340 calories. So obviously with one cake there, it's 170. It's almost like having 2 Oreos essentially for each one. So that's actually not so bad. But quality is pretty nice on that because it's moist, it's rich, and it definitely works very, very nicely. So lovely situation. Again, shout outs to Kim and her family back in Maryland, to my sister as well for being the mule to transport that back this way. Relatively good condition with some of the boxes being a little bit crushed, but it works. But very good stuff. Very, very cool. I'm thankful to have given this a shot for you guys tonight on here. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. So good times. Good times. Let me jump on over to the chat here. Another couple of minutes and we're going to round this out. But lots of good stuff here. Obviously knocking out the Lay's Doritos Cool Ranch action. The Funyuns flavored wavy chips from Lay's as well. The Cheetos variant, I'm going to try and find for you guys. If I have to order it directly, I will. I'll try and have that as like a little bit of a bonus review for the next stream that we do, which is typically Fridays, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if there's ever any change to that schedule, you can find it on IG, which I usually do the story of the day of there. Follow me on IG. All the information is down below for all my social media handles. But I definitely want to get that Cheetos one down because obviously that's the third version of these flavored chips. I'm curious to see how that's going to go. I'm assuming it's going to be like a queso chip, but with the Cheeto flavor on there. But I just want to be able to try it for you guys. So definitely give that a shot for sure. And we'll see what happens here. Let's see. Jonathan, do you recommend eating at Culver's? Thinking about patty melt. You know what? I've never been to Culver's because we don't have them here on the West Coast, but they look amazing for their menu. I got to be honest, and a whole bunch of talented reviewers who have been reviewing them over the years. I would love to be able to check that out at some point. It looked delicious, so I would say give it a go because obviously the quality of the food, a lot of people swear by Culver's. They do, for sure. So definitely good times with that. So, guys, with that, I appreciate you guys jumping on here tonight. Last few comments. Let me see what we've got here. Have you seen? I finally have the Spicy Chicken from Burger King. Actually, be on the lookout for a $6 promo with that. Hint, hint. There'll be something coming out in the near future from BK regarding a special promo price for a bunch of different things. You guys will be able to see what that is. You heard it here first, so to speak. RDR Food Reviews. I wonder if they would have Funny Bones deep fried. Oh, that would be crazy. Robert, come on. They've got everything else deep fried at the fair. How could they not have something like that? Even as a flash fry, can you imagine that type of like that chocolate stuff that seeps into the batter on the inside, but it's fried on the outside? Which, by the way, you guys need to be following RDR Food Reviews on IG. Robert, do me a favor, drop your handle right over here in the chat. He has been posting some delicious, awesome food goodies on his travels outside of where he's going there with his wifey, just anywhere in general. There's a lot of really, really good stuff on there. So, you know, Robert, definitely drop your RDR Food Reviews for those of you who don't know. It's Robert Del Rio. Drop his handle in over there. You should definitely be jumping over to his IG and make sure you hit him up with a sub over there as well as his YouTube channel for sure. Good stuff. Really, really good stuff. It's really deliciously filmed as well. So that's the quality food review peeps in the community. I'm telling you, you already know what it is. Never tried a fried Oreo, Tony, believe it or not. Believe it or not, I haven't. It would be cool to try. Have you seen it? Finally had the Taco Bell Taco Fries burrito today, and I really enjoyed it. That's good. That's good. I mean, like I said, for me, during that, when I did that review, I wish it could have been just a little bit more full on the inside. But naturally, you know, they always have to do a wrapped up version of whatever their fry promo is for the month, and I get it. But I like checking it out either way at the same time. So good times in there. And I'll wait for just another couple of minutes or so. I want to make sure that RDR drops his IG handle in the chat as well, just to be on the safe side. Larry Nguyen had to go now. Stay frosty. You as well, Larry. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Haven't played Borderlands in a while, Armando. But definitely a fan of that series for sure. They just finished filming that movie, by the way. There you go. RDR Food Reviews at Robert Del Rio 86 on IG. You guys need to be following. Tell him Ian K sent you. Just comment on one of his awesome videos that he's got with little clips in general, and just good times. He always puts up those clips of his content like I do. It's always fun for his latest reviews. You already know what it is. Yes, Popeyes does have fried chicken. That sounds actually pretty good right now, to be honest. All right, Tiffany Shields, thanks so much. You stay frosty now. Thank you for being here. I'm going to jump on over to my portal here because I'm glad that my voice it's kind of beginning to go right now, but thankfully everything went as smooth as it could tonight considering the audio snafu from earlier. But I'm glad everything is back to normal. You guys have this replay available to you on Saturday. If you're watching this after August, Saturday the 14th, right after Friday the 13th, you guys should be watching at least one Jason movie tonight or today. Hopefully you have. Make sure you do that, and then you'll find the replay at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time Saturday on August 14th. And the new review will either going to be out, I'm waiting on one particular thing for this one that I want to put out next. It'll either be out on Sunday or Monday. But one way or another, you'll see it naturally here. But considering I've had 5 pieces of content this last week out in a row, the stream tonight naturally considers this the replay for tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed what you've seen tonight. If you have, let me see a thumbs up here in the chat because I always love the interactivity. It lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. Definitely hit the like button down below if you haven't already so this video can actually trend a little bit further and YouTube knows that I'm doing a good job for you guys, which means a great deal. And we will definitely catch up on the next stream here very soon as well as the next piece of content. And again, guys, let me just take a quick moment to thank each and every one of you for all your love and support, your direct messages. The week that I was out while I was dealing with what I was dealing with, a little bit of a scary situation, but still just moving along, doing what I have to do. It means a great deal. You guys are the real ones, and I appreciate that. All of you people out there, you know who you are, who've been sending me messages direct, whether it's Twitter, whether it's IG, even Facebook. I greatly appreciate that, and as well as just YouTube, naturally watching the content as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, Armando, I did watch Suicide Squad, and honestly, I thought it was just okay, to be honest. Better than the original Suicide Squad, but just okay. I didn't like Harley Quinn too much in this movie, to be honest. She seemed kind of bored with the role, honestly. Maybe it was just me, but it was an okay movie, not bad. But definitely fun to check out. Critically Japan, thank you so much. Drew's Food Reviews, and of course RDR. All the other amazing content creators who may be creeping in the background but not making themselves known, thank you so much for being here right now. I appreciate that greatly. Just good times all around. So with that, I'm glad you guys are digging the Halloween setup. We got purple and orange. I was kind of going by, what I wanted to do differently compared to last year. I think it was just all purplish at the same time, but I think this works better, at least for focusing and doing things like that as well. So we'll have to see how this goes. But guys, we're officially in Halloween season now. This is going to be the setup until naturally November 1st. And then it's already the end of the year, not far from now. It's just wild, very, very wild. at the same time. So, all right, let me jump on over. Going on down the line. My voice is really beginning to go right now. Everett, K Cross, Chick-fil-A, from Waffle Fries. I like waffle fries, absolutely. All right. Shark, what's your channel? What is that there? Oh, it's a Love Your channel. I appreciate that. Thank you, Shark. And I appreciate it. I love the avatar too, by the way. I'm a huge fan of sharks. That's pretty cool right there. All right, have you seen doing the Big Lebowski voice? Well, that's just my opinion. Thank you. I appreciate you jumping on here right now. Thoughts on Black Widow? It was whack. I did not care for it at all, to be honest. It really, Scarlett Johansson was bored in that movie. You can tell. Was not a fan, not a fan. All right. I appreciate you guys jumping on here right now. Let me jump on over to my chat software. And with that, replay available 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Saturday, the 14th of August. You guys have a lot to look forward to in that replay naturally. And if you're reaching this towards the end of the video, you'll find everything timestamped down below of the things that I think you probably want to jump right to. And you guys will be able to relive it there. And again, the next video will be out either on Sunday or Monday, most likely, give or take. If I can get one particular thing done, there's one shot that I'm trying to get just because I need it. And it's something that I really want to make sure that I have. So enjoy the content up until this point. Like I said, 5 brand new videos, all bangers in terms of all the new stuff that's out right now, including obviously the Saweetie meal at the same time. So you have a lot to look forward to if you haven't seen that one just yet. And we'll call it a day or call it a night. So with that, this is Ian K closing out the live stream officially for Friday the 13th. And I can't believe I'm saying that. It sounds so cool to say. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why you stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, guys. Good times. I appreciate you all being here right now. Again, thank you for the love and support to all my amazing super chatters. You guys are listed down below. And I will definitely catch you on the next stream for sure. Ben, can't believe Sony delays Venom. Yes, they're bringing out Venom the same day as Halloween Kills, which is going to be crazy at the same time. But I'm excited. I'm excited either way. So, guys, have an amazing weekend. Whatever you do, do it extremely safely. Please definitely have a good time. And if you're in a place where the heat is definitely beginning to get less for you, I envy you right now because we're still in the 90s plus here and it's very, very uncomfortable. So with that, I will definitely talk to you guys soon. And if as my boy Jay Nepper always loves for me to say, I don't know if he's watching this right now, but if he catches it on the replay, I appreciate you greatly as well. Jay, thank you for being one of my patrons too. With that, peace. I'm out.